We're good. So, hi everyone. My name is Randy Dietrich. My wife is in the room here. Her name is Tiffany. She's holding our little girl Natalie. And Melissa asked me to do up a talk on leadership and entrepreneurship. So this is gonna be like the real deal here. Like we're just gonna talk like it's real because it's right now about 11 o'clock at night, and this morning we bottled wine, we did construction work, we we insulated a building. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in business, in life. So I just want to make it very real for everyone. So this talk is going to be about leadership and entrepreneurship, but they're very intertwined, very tight together. And I love that we're doing it here in the living room. We're just sitting here, we set my phone up, and away we go. I guess what I want to start out with is in when it comes to leadership and entrepreneurship, there's a saying that I love to talk about. It has to do with the rate of change. The rate of change is something that nobody can affect in the outside world. The world is changing at a really rapid pace. And lately, with what's happening in today's world, with the coronavirus, obviously the rate of change is really fast. And the rule goes like this: the world is changing at a certain pace. A business must change faster than the outside world, otherwise, the business is going out of business. The people within the business need to change faster than the business. Because if the people aren't changing faster than the business, they're slowly becoming obsolete and unemployed. So the closer it gets to the human heart, the faster the rate of change needs to happen. So if you're looking to be a leader, an entrepreneur, you need to embrace change and take on change at a rapid pace. Because you better be faster than anything around you. Otherwise, you're becoming obsolete. Obsolete. So thanks for letting me do this. I also want to give it away right from the start here. Here's the key to life: you become what you think about most of the time. We could end it right there. We could just shut the camera down and stop, because that is the true key. You will become what you think about most of the time. It's the way it works. I can promise you, you are who you are today because of what you've put in your head and the people you've hung around, the music you listen to, the people you talk to, the books you read, the influences that go on in your head is what makes you who you are. So if you want to change the output, change the input. Your brain really is a computer. You can program it to do anything you want. I'm going to jump a lot around this talk here. I just printed out stuff, and we're just going to jump around. So rule number one: you become what you think about most of the time. Become very aware of what you're thinking when you're not thinking. Are your thoughts positive or are they not positive? Are you worrying or are you hopeful? Both are rooted in the unknown. So I promise you, this is going to be a talk about leadership and entrepreneurship, but we're going to make it very real. We're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about me, because people make up companies and people make up leaders. And there is no leader without followers. This is the way it works. It's that simple. If you want to be successful in business and leadership and entrepreneurship, you got to be someone that people like and trust, that they have faith in you, that they know you're going to do the right thing by you. If you're not that type of person, you're not a leader. It's that simple. Leadership is serving. Whoever wants to be the largest leader, you're the biggest server. You serve the most people. I promise you, if you want to find the best leaders in the world, they are the people that are serving the most people. They are the best leaders. Think about it. Think of Mother Teresa. She's held up in such high esteem. She served the people around her. Leaders are not born. They're just not. No one's a born leader. You may be born with characteristics that make you outgoing and talkative and stuff like that, but that doesn't make you a leader. Leaders are made, and leaders are made with very hard effort. No, it's nothing's born into someone as far as like, yep, they're a leader. You turn yourself into one. This is the way it works. As a leader, you're going to have to learn to face your fears. I really believe a big differentiation between people that are leaders and non-leaders are the people that are willing to just say, all right, this is what I'm afraid of in life, and I'm going to face it, because fear dies when it's faced. The death of fear is uh, is acknowledging what you're afraid of. The moment you shine light on it, it's no longer scary. There's a reason haunted houses are dark, because if you just turn all the lights on, it would probably seem pretty dumb. So get your fears out in the light, and a lot of times they go away. We talked about how you must become the type of person that people like and trust. Trust really is the foundation of all leadership. If they don't trust you, no one's going to follow you. And if you've ever broken trust with someone, you need to go and apologize immediately. And you need to say to them, what can I do to make it better? People can always question your decision making. That's okay. As a leader in any industry, any business, any great leader is going to say, yeah, please question my decision making. But if you ever question the ethics and the morals of my decisions, well, now there's a big problem because now we've broken trust. And I can tell you, I wouldn't follow someone that I don't trust ethically and morally. I can say I don't quite understand their thinking, their decision making. That's okay because they're the leader and I would think that they know more than I would know and they have a broader perspective. But like I said, if I question their ethics, it's over. It's not going to happen. Gratitude. Wow, gratitude is huge in being a leader. Gratitude, I say you become what you think about most of the time. When you start thinking about things that you want to become, you start seeing it wherever you look. I promise you, if you're ever going to buy a new car, like if you're going to buy a new, whatever, Volkswagen Bug, you will begin to see Volkswagen Bugs everywhere because your mind's fixed on it. And it's the way your mind works. So when you express gratitude to people, you're expressing things in people that you think is a good characteristic. You're going to see more of it. And by you seeing more of it, you're building it in you. Gratitude, in some ways, can be a selfish thing because you're actually helping yourself more than the person that you're showing the gratitude to. If you think about it, it's the way it works. If you're beginning to see the good, the clean, the pure in other people, you will see more of it in you. Wherever you are, wherever you look, there you are. In life, I think it's safe to say that we get what we are, not what we want. That's a true statement. A lot of people go through life and they want things out there. They don't realize everything that you are is what you're going to get in life. If you want to improve your outside world, you must improve your inside world. And the funny thing that we as people, we're the only species on the planet that can become just about anything we want. When you think about it, a horse, it's got to be a horse. A tree, it's going to be a tree. No tree can do anything else. A horse cannot be anything else. We can do anything we want. That's amazing. We have the ability to have hindsight. We have the ability to think into the future. We have the ability to set goals. And I promise you, if you set goals, you will move in the top 3% of the people in the country. Because only the top 3% people set goals. 3% of the people in the country set goals. That's crazy. I promise you, the world works for them. So if you're not setting goals, you won't achieve nearly as much as you ever could as if you do set goals. And a goal is simple, just write it down. Write it down, put a time frame on it, say this I will become, this I will do, and then mold your day to move towards that goal. When Tiff and I were starting the winery here, for about 3 years, every single day, Tiff and I would come home from work from a medical business we used to have, and if we got home at midnight, 1 in the morning, we would walk out in the field, cut a vine, and walk back in. You do one thing every day to move it forward, because that's the way life is. Life is a slow fade. Every single one of us is fading in a direction. You're either fading towards greatness or you're not fading towards greatness. And you have a choice. Make a choice every day. You're going to do something to move your goal in the direction that you want it to go. No, there is no overnight success story. It doesn't happen. Nobody wins an Olympic medal. They go, wow, I didn't see that coming. They worked really hard for it for years. There's this great story of the guy who's climbing Mount Everest, and at the end of it, he gets done with it. He's achieved it. He comes down, and the reporter goes, "How did you do it? How did you make that happen?" And he just goes to the reporter, "Well, I was just out taking a walk one day." No, you set goals. You planned. You had a strategic plan in place for years, and you had a team to make it happen. That's how you make things happen. There's not many accidents when it comes to success. So I'm going to jump around here a little bit more. When it comes to motivation and feeling good, some people say to me, I always feel good after I talk to Randy. I feel motivated. I feel upbeat. Like how can I hang on to that feeling? How can I keep it? And I say to them, well, um, when's the last time you ran your car until it was completely out of gas? Nobody does that. You fill up before you're out. And how many people take a shower, I don't know, once a year? It wears off. Motivation and filling yourself with the good, the clean, the pure, the positive stuff, you got to do it every day. Think of it like taking a shower. Think of it like putting gas in your car. You do it before you run out. You need to take care of yourself. That way you can take care of others. You can have anything in life you want if you're willing to help enough other people get what they want. That's a true statement in almost any industry. I can't think of any industry that doesn't apply. If I want to sell cheeseburgers, I need to find people that want cheeseburgers. The more I find, the more successful I am. It's just the way it works, no matter what field you're going to be going into. And as a leader and an entrepreneur, I kind of look at them as one and the same, because it's hard to be an entrepreneur, like a business owner, without being a leader. Those type of people, you got to be willing to take some risks. There is no great gains without any risks. It's just the way it works. And I always say to young people, take the risk now because you have lots of time. And I'm not saying about taking risks that you'll pay the price for 10 years for. I'm saying about taking risks and taking on jobs where you may be a straight commission sales rep, where you're not paid an hourly rate, you're paid a commission. And unless you get the sale, you make zero. So if you perform, you make good money. If you don't perform, you make no money. There's always a give and take with risk and reward. And the way the world is set up right now, the way it's always been, is that businesses want to say, well, no, I'm going to take the risk, so I'm going to pay you an hourly rate. So that way you take no risk, I take all the risk. That way, if you perform good, I get it all. And you get what I guarantee you. Well, I don't want to say it's a trick, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to find a job where you are taking more risk. Find a sales job where you're paid commissions. The ultimate job is going to be a job where it's straight commission, no guaranteed money unless you make the deal happen, unless you perform. But in order to do that, you got to have the self-esteem, you got to be willing to take the risk, and in order to do that, you got to build it up inside yourself. This is why I say, wherever you look, there you are. And you're going to live with yourself the rest of your life. So you might as well become the best version that you can possibly become. I can get pretty animated about this stuff, guys. I'm trying not to move around much. The camera's kind of pretty fixed here. My mission in life is to add value to other people. That's my mission statement. That's why I'm doing this film here at 11:30 at night. My mission is to add value. I would challenge you all to create a mission, because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, your mission in life better be very similar to the mission of your business. If not, it's going to be a clash. Time. Let's talk about time real quick, because not many people realize the value of time. Time is the only thing that every single person in the world gets the same amount of every day. Every day. Nobody can get more of it. You get a certain amount, and that's that. It's completely irreplaceable. You can never get more of it. You can't re-spend it like money. You can't save it up. I mean, time should be treasured above everything else, because it's the one thing in your life that everything else depends on. When you run out of it, your life is over. It's all over. You're forced to spend it. People say to me, I don't have the time. I can't find the time. There is no such thing as time management. There's priority management, and that's that. If someone says I don't have time, they're saying to me, it's not a priority to me, Randy. That's okay. Just say it the way it is, though, right? I tell people, make more time to enjoy your life, because the fact of the matter is that the money's going to return, but the time will not. And man, being young, being in high school, oh my gosh, this is it. You have all the time in the world. You should capture every minute right here, right now. You know what a book is? Oh my God. I mean, a book. I think about this. Think about this. Someone will study for 30 years of their life. Then they'll write a book. They'll sell that to me for 20 bucks. 30 years of their life they studied. They read a book. I buy it for 20 bucks. I can listen to that book on my phone and put that whole book in my head in one day. It almost seems not fair. I mean, if you begin to start downloading books to your phone and listen to a book every minute that you're driving or you're doing something you're not thinking, I promise you, you will be the most successful person anybody has ever seen. Because you will take in about 3 books every week of your life and you can change your life. You'll be a brand new person. It's the key. Change the data that goes in, you'll change the information coming out. You can learn anything you want. There are no limits. It's the way it works. We're talking about entrepreneurship here, right? And leadership. Questions to ask as a leader. What is this person's greatest hopes for the future? I think about that a lot. What is this person's greatest hopes? Because anybody's hope for the future is going to bring them motivation. If you have no hope for the future, you're not doing much. Hope really is the activator in life. So if you're a leader, you need to find out what inspires people, what brings them motivation, what do they hope for in life, and then how can you help them achieve that? Your goal as a leader is to constantly replace yourself. If you don't do that, you are immature, you are not confident. Your job is to replace yourself. Find people that can do the job better than you and then tell them, I'm not good at this. Can you do it? Because you're better than I am. And when you do that, you will begin to work within your strength zones. If you stay within your strength zone, you're going to add more value where you are the most valuable. True statement. It's kind of funny to say that, but stay within your strength zone as a leader. That means you outsource everything you possibly can and constantly find ways to replace yourself. And be a people builder. You got to be a people builder. You want to build up people. I hope that everyone that I work with here at the winery, man, if someone came to me and said, I'm going to start my own winery, I would be like, how can I help you do that? I do that. The Northampton Community College came to the winery saying, can you design a course to help people start wineries? I can tell you for years, Sally, myself, we all taught the classes down here to help people pursue the dream of having a winery. In order to create something, you must first be something. That's true. That's so true. You will never create something that's not who you are. You can never separate the inventor from the invention. That's true. There's another saying that says, any business is the shadow of a person. So if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, you got to take a hard look at yourself and say, what am I? Who am I? What do I stand for? What do people think of me? How can I get better? What are my strengths? What value do I add to the world? These are the questions you need to begin to answer so that you can enter a world that you will add the most value to. There's a lot of people out there not pursuing their dreams, and I don't get it. I think it has to do with fear. I think it has to do with the culture. It drives me nuts. My mom would say to me, Randy, pursue all of your dreams with all of your imagination and never let that false sense of fear interfere with your life. It's the best advice I could ever give you. Now's the time to jump. Do it now. Take the chance. Take the job that you're scared to take. And age doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter for nothing. I don't care if you're 16 years old, you're 15 years old. I promise you, there are people on YouTube right now that are 15 years old making $3 million a year on YouTube videos. There is no excuse. When I was younger, I made tremendous money while in high school. Almost hundreds of thousands of dollars while in high school. It can be done. But the key is to step out of your comfort zone and then stay out there until it's comfortable and then step out again and keep going and never get complacent. We live in a world today where the world is so complacent. It drives me wild. It's comfortable. Step out. Get out of your comfort zone and stay there your whole life. We're talking about character here. Character is higher than intellect. Character is much higher than intellect. You can be the smartest person on the planet, but if people don't trust you, you're going nowhere. If you're going to be a leader or an entrepreneur, they must like you and trust you. then you move forward. Character matters a lot. Character is who you are when no one's looking. Character is, do you pick up the garbage on the ground when no one's watching you pick it up? Character is doing the right thing when no one's going to know you did the right thing. Character means everything. I would much sooner hire someone with great character and lower intellect because I know I can trust them. I've heard that from so many business owners. They go, character's king. Have character. Tell the truth. If you ever read the book The Last Lecture, Randy Pausch in his book says, if I had 3 words of advice, it would be tell the truth. He goes, if I had 3 more, it would be all the time. I love that. Just tell the truth. Because the fact of the matter is that the truth always comes out. And when people don't tell the truth, they think they got away with it, when in fact, they didn't. It's going to come out. Leader must have honesty, integrity, commitment, pride, loyalty, humility. Humility is a tremendous part of the character of a leader. You must be humble. As a leader, you must know that you don't know more than you do know. It's like that in every aspect of life. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. So if you see someone walking around and they act like they know everything, they don't even know enough to know they don't know. That's just the fact. You're going to need other people's help. So you got to become the type of person that other people want to see succeed. And always remember that force creates resistance. In business and in life, force creates resistance. People are only going to want to help you if they want to help you. You can never make anybody help you be successful. They got to want to see you succeed. The truth is, like we said earlier, you can never separate the inventor from the invention. So therefore, if you're looking to run a department or create a business, everything within you will be exposed within that organization. You might as well get it out in the open right now. And the fact is, everyone's had managers in the past, and I always tell people, did you know their weakness? And everyone goes, of course I did. Imagine if they came to you and said, look, this is my weak spots. Can you fill it in for me? You would go, holy cow, this is someone I look up to. So how to develop the confidence in others to trust our direction as a leader? By understanding our relationship with the team. And that is this. If you are a leader, people want to be independent and dependent all at the same time. That's true, right? They want to exert themselves, but at the same time, kind of be told what to do. So when it comes to being a leader, you got to strike a balance. You got to understand that you got to be as close as you can be to everyone within the group, but far enough away from them to be effective at what you need to do. I've seen a lot of leaders, they become buddies and friends. And I think if you asked anyone within Blue Ridge Winery or any business I've ever been part of, is Randy your friend? They would all go, absolutely. I want to be their best friend. But at the same time, it's my job to hold the line on accountability of what needs to happen. And that's it. And everybody knows that. So when it comes to relating to the group, empathy matters a lot. How much time are we going? How long is it?
24 minutes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna end this real quick, guys. I didn't realize we're already 24 minutes into this. So when it comes to relating to the group, empathy's king. You've got to have empathy. Empathy is the ability to see the world through their perspective. If you can't do that, you're going to be out of touch. You're going to be oblivious. You're going to be someone they'll be like, wow, they don't even know what they're talking about because you can't see the world through other person's eyes. You've got to be able to see the world through other people's eyes. Empathy is king in every area of life. Every area. Anything else we should go over, Tiff?
No.
So, I'm grateful you asked me to do this. Thanks for hearing me out. I got a lot more. I could talk for hours here, guys. So, to summarize this and real quick, rule number 1, You become what you think about most of the time. That's it. That's it. Just begin to fill yourself up with what you want to become and forget about all the people that tell you that you can't do it. Because I promise you, if you tell someone a big dream and they have a little mind, they can't deal with it. And every single person must rationalize their own existence. So if you come along and you got this big idea and you tell someone that doesn't have a very as big a mind as you, they gotta squash it because they can't deal with it. They have to rationalize their own existence. So they're gonna have to pull you down to their level so they feel okay. So when people say no to you, be very excited because those are the people that are saying to you, wow, you have a big idea, pursue it. I wish you the best. I'm here at the winery. If anybody ever wants to text me, call me, email me, you can find me out there. Google my name. You'll find it. I'm grateful, guys. Thanks for listening to me. Talk to you soon.